they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. See my route took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me shoot through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash. Honey, y'all dash.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Seattle Seahawks. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready? 8, read.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Snap.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
First down, Ravens.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They go play action with Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, here's Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get him for a loss of about 3. To throw is Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable for Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call. and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
54.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Break.
At the 24-yard line.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
2nd and 11. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Intended for T.J. Hockenson. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. And you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun is Jones. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
30 base. Look at me. Zipper. On the ball now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Leonard Fournette taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. 23 yards the pickup there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This is Jones. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You got nothing yet. You got nothing.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Jackson. Being chased out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Now a first down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he gets it down to the 32. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stills the intended target. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Fournette is in trouble, and he goes down to the end zone. 2 points, that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now Jones, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Jackson on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Bravo.
2nd and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for Tyler Lockett. Incomplete.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. But a flag is down here, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Myers' kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on now, let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and very short, Jackson will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson. And Stills bringing it in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kenny Stills, his third touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop it for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 14. And he's getting the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. A big play that time on the catch and run. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Fournette, a first down carry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
60 outlaw. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Ready?
On second down, here's Fournette. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Man, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The Lions move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Play action. Now Jackson. It's complete. Stills. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kenny Stills. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. On it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They go play action with Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got his target. That's Moore. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
I got you, boy.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson going to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. On the left side, this is Stills. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. They'll roll him out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe
and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Shedding through the defense. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here. We got to step it up. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike, get up.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Steps away to his... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
He'll drop to throw.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. Mike 60, orange. 59. Get this one. Let's go.
And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout